Good morning and welcome to the video for 5th grade for Thursday, January the 7th. This is going to be another daily math video. I believe I promised you guys the answer to one of these, which was number 5 here. In case I'm confused, I'm saying this to you guys instead of promising one for 6th grade. I can't remember which class. I think it was you guys though. Um, so here we have our comparison. So Mia scored higher than Will, but lower than Tay. And then Lee was also higher than Will, but lower than Mia. So our order for this, Tay had the highest score, followed by Mia, followed by Lee, followed by Will, was what we came up with for that. All right, so let's look at our problems for today. We are going to have a bit of a mess for a couple of these. So first of all, I'm not going to do number 4. So just forget that that problem exists. It's not worth doing. The likelihood of you guys seeing a problem that looks exactly like this is so low that if we come across it in our test prep book, for state testing. We'll worry about it then, but there's no reason to be doing this, especially not when we've got a bunch of other review work that we can be doing. So number 1, just a regular multiplication problem. Make sure you write it vertically. So put one of these on top of the other. We're going to work out the decimal place values at the end of the problem after we're done doing our multiplication. You could actually save a little bit of time possibly by leaving the zeros off when you're multiplying because they're kind of redundant. You're going to carry a digit probably anyway, and that's going to replace the zeros. So when you're writing the initial problem, just write 0.53 times 0.27, and you can save yourself a little bit of time there. The next two, we need to go ahead and multiply. We're going to multiply across. If we want to find the answer, to this first part, then we're just going to multiply straight across. The second one's going to work very similarly. I would say for right now, don't worry about reducing. If you want to reduce when we're done, I don't think we can even reduce for this one. We might be able to for this one because it looks like everything that we're working with is a multiple of 3. So you may be able to reduce this part, but I haven't worked it out what it would end up being. The surface area for number 3 is going to be the outside measurement. So once upon a time, I had a plastic, there we go, bag. And in that plastic bag, I have a couple 6-sided dice, and the bag is really difficult to open, especially since my fingernails are gone. Come on. Of course, doing this while I'm recording guarantees it's going to take the longest amount of time possible compared to any other time that I might try to do this. So here is our 6-sided die. There we go. So each of these sides, the surface area is going to be 3 inches by 3 inches. So each of my measurements are going to be 3 inches. So if I draw a picture, so each of my 6 faces is going to be, the inside area is going to be the answer to 3 times 3. So that can help you figure that out. We have 6 sides, so you're going to do this 6 times. You don't have to draw the picture 6 times to get the answer, but you can find this to find the measurement of one of these sides, and then that's going to be the measurement for all 6 of those. Add that number together 6 times, and then you'll get the answer. Number 5, Steve does inline skating for exercise. He skates 4 kilometers on Monday, 5 on Thursdays, 8 on Saturdays, 10 on Sundays. If he skated a total of 17 kilometers in 1 week. Oh, okay. So, So, which of these days could he skate and get a total of 17? So, here are our four options. Which of these numbers can you add together? It could be more than two and get 17. Chances are we're probably not going to use this one because I don't see 10 plus 5, 10 plus 4, and 10 plus 8. Those aren't going to give you 17. So, somewhere there's a combination of numbers you could use that would equal 17. They want you to give those days. So there will be more than one of these bubbles filled in for that. And on the bottom, we are working with division. I'm going to skip this one. I know you guys can do this. What I would say is that if we could find a way, here is going to be one of my parts out of 10. If I were to divide that thing up into 3 equal parts, 1, 2, and 3, and I did that for each of my 10 parts here, that would give me the total number of parts in the new shape, and we're still counting one part. But we will worry about that when we actually have to do dividing with fractions, which we are not to that point yet. So I would much rather you work on number 2. You're going to get a very similar answer, except keep in mind we have a decimal point. It needs to come up top before we do that problem. This one being a comma, we don't have to worry about anything. If we end up having to keep going, then we need to, on this part, we would need to add a decimal point here and then add another 0 and keep going. So as a review of what we worked on before Christmas break. Number 3, best description of a square. And so there's only going to be one correct answer for that. All 3 of those may work, but which one is the most descriptive for explaining what a square is? Number 4, we want the average of 4 numbers is 21. If the numbers are 12, 18, and 28, what is the missing number? So what we can do is figure out what 4 times 21 is, and then add these 3 numbers together, and then subtract our answer from this part minus this, and that would give us our number. We will do lots of this in 6th grade. So if you're a little stumped on this, you can kind of rewind the video again and just kind of listen to me explain those 2 steps and how to find those numbers, and then we're subtracting to find our answer. And then number 5, caramel apples cost $2 each. Nuts and chocolate sprinkles each cost 50 cents extra. Tessa wants a caramel apple with nuts. Chelsea wants both nuts and sprinkles. I've never thought about doing chocolate sprinkles with that, but okay. And Max wants his caramel apple plain. How much will the 3 apples cost together? So you're going to have to do a couple different things to figure out the cost of each individual person's order and then add all of those together. So that is everything for today. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message in Google Classroom, or you can have a parent email me or send a text, whatever you need, so that I can answer your question. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.